How are we doing, everybody?
Hola.
Welcome to another episode of Getting Jiggy with It. I'm Will.
I'm Audrey.
And today, what are we playing?
Rising.
Right.
Red Rising.
Red Rising. Rising Red? Deluxe Edition. So we are playing Red Rising. We're playing Rojo Arriba.
Yeah.
Red Up. So we're playing Red Rising. Red Rising is by Stonemaier Games. This copy was provided to us to do this live gameplay for you guys. We asked you what would you like to see. This is what won. Of course, there are some other games that they have that we are definitely looking at trying to get our hands on as well. As you can see above my head, of course, we have the viticulture painting, print. It's a print. It's not a real painting. And we'd like to play viticulture. There's also tapestry. There's a brand new tapestry expansion coming out, so we may have to look into that as well. But this is what we're doing today. This is a game that was highly influenced by Fantasy Realms. Jamie Stonemaier said so himself. He really loves this book series. It's one of his favorite novel series out there. We have not read it, although maybe after this I might have to hunt down the books, right? We might have to check it out. But basically, Red Rising is based on social class and the structure of said class. On the back of the book, they've got a nice little diagram of that, right? You got the reds on the bottom, and it goes all the way up to the golds, right? Yeah, golds on the top there, at the top of the hierarchical chain. And it's a science fiction type book. It involves, as you guys can't see, let me flip it over to the other camera. So it involves, Jupiter, Mars, Luna, Institute. So it is sci-fi. It isn't space, things like that. The way that Red Rising plays, I'm going to tell you, the book, it's one page. The actual how to play completely fits on this player's aid. But what you do on your turn is you place a card and you draw a card. So there's 4 different locations you can place your cards onto. If I say place mine down to Jupiter, my card's going to have some type of action that happens when I deploy the card. I complete that action, and then I'm able to draw a card. I can draw a card from any location that I didn't deploy to and gain its benefit. So for example, if I go to Luna, I get I forget what they call this, the Sovereign token, which allows me to activate my particular faction's ability. If I go to the Institute, I get to add some knowledge tokens to the Institute. If I go to Mars, I get to get some of these nice chunky little crystal helium, like the stuff that makes you with a really, really high voice, helium. And if I go to Jupiter, I get to go up on that track. I believe Jupiter, we want to think about it, and I haven't read it, so I'd almost guarantee Jupiter must be like your fighter pilots, your military. Mars is probably your mining class, because they would be mining the helium. Luna, because it's gold, it would probably be your government and rich. And then Institute would be like your science. If that is wrong, somebody will let us know down in the comment, but that seems right to me. Mm-hmm. And that continues to go through until the win conditions occur. In a 2-player game, there's really only one win condition. In a multiplayer game, it can vary. So that condition is either somebody gets 2 of the 3. No. So a player has 7 helium, a player has 7 influence, and a player reaches 7 on the fleet track. So if 3 people get that during a game, that's in-game. Otherwise, if one player has 2 of those conditions, that's in-game. So of course, in a 2-player game, well, one of us is going to get 2 of those. Hopefully the other gets 1 to get those extra points. The whole objective is to try to do set collection and get the best 7 cards you can by combining their bonuses that they get on the bottom of the card. So the way you win is getting the most points. So for example, here with Carnus, he says if he's with Cassius, you get an additional 30 points. But if he's with Mustang, the Jack, or Nero, it's minus 15 points, right? Some of them will let you pretend to be another person. Some of them will allow you to pretend to be another color. It's very similar to other games that we've played. We said like Trails, where it says if you have the research little badge, it says for every acorn you get extra points. Or Everdell, right? You said Everdell.
It also reminded me the
STEM game we had, where you had to do the research.
Yeah.
Kind of. I mean, with the colors and matching, it does. Yeah. Yep. So that's a quick rundown. Again, if you guys want to see gameplay or how to play, of course, you can go out to Watch It Played has a video. Before You Play has a video. Dice Tower has their Foursquare review and also tells you how to do it. We don't teach you guys how to play. We just play the game for you guys so you guys can actually see how it works. And we have a little bit of Caspito on our board. Get off there. Now, this is the deluxe edition. We aren't using the card trays. I did try them. I put them, and I barely breathed, and the card tray fell over. I've heard that's a big deal. I may look into something. It'd be real easy to do. You just get little pieces of acrylic, and then you attach them with a screw. You pre-drill, put some screws, and then you can just fold out some little feet and fold the feet back in. So I might look at doing something like that. For the colors, I just randomly pick 2 colors, and Obdity's always purple. I'm always yellow usually, or orange. But we did notice that the second complaint was the yellow kind of looks like the brown. The purple kind of looks like the red. So the colors are close, although I didn't feel that they were that close. Although if you do have some type of like color blindness or something like that, I could definitely see that could be a problem. But they are nice. I like the metal. I like the metal components. But this is the deluxe edition that was provided to us to show off to you guys. Another thing I really like is on the gold cards. It's got this gold filigree and it's in gold. Somebody says you can see from the back that those are coming up, but I looked and I couldn't tell, and I put them to light and I couldn't tell. But all right, so I'm going to take a little drink here, and then we'll start. We would roll our extra life dice, but of course I got Apollo. Apollo's ability is I take the first and last turns. Also, whenever you gain a sovereign token, I get to reveal and place a top card from the deck in any location. So it's basically like the scout action that you'll get from here. And then Audrey has Minerva.
Minerva. It says whenever you gain the sovereign token, even if you already have it, roll the rising die and gain the corresponding bonus. If the result of the roll is the sovereign token, select any other bonus on the die.
So basically the sovereign token counts as a wild for her. So that was what we talked about here. The sovereign token is what activates our abilities and then allows us to get some type of benefit. Scouting just basically means you go here and you can do that out. And that's another action. If you don't want to discard a card, you can do a scout action to then bring a card out. Even in the rules, it says that's usually only used towards the end of the game. There's also a banish mechanic, which can break cards completely out of the game, but they are used for final scoring. So that is another thing. And where is our extra life? There it is. Extra life. Extra life logo. Right next to the sun. We'll put it on the moon. I don't know if we're gonna get that far down. No, we'll put it up here. We'll put it in the Institute. It's being protected. It's our I forget what that calls it. Something hedrix. Polyhedrix. It's a term for that type of shape. I don't know. Somebody else let us know down in the comments. I don't know what that is. Alright, so I get to take the first turn. Alright, so here's the fun thing is we don't know any of the characters' names, so we have to kind of read the cards to see if they're out there. And, alright, I don't think I want this. Oh, no, okay. I get what she does. She points. I was thinking if it was with Violet, a person, but it's no, a Violet. So the purple is actually called Violet, not purple. Ooh.
Okay.
Alright, well, don't let me look at your cards, because then I might judge what I put down based on that. Alright, I'm going to put her... I'm going to do her to Luna. So it says, my deploy action is if I play her to Luna, reveal the top 2 cards of the deck and place them under this card in any order. That's a hard one to get.
Is one pink?
Yeah, one's pink. Yeah, there's pink. Yeah, so, alright. I don't know why I did that, because I should have taken him and now I can't. That was stupid. Judge gives me for each of the cards, for each green and yellow and blue. That's if with grays, if with golds. Oh, if not with grays or golds. With no grays and no golds. Okay, I don't want him. Alright, I'm going to take the judge. I'm going to take her, and then that puts one in the Institute. And there's a round. We're done. Okay, adios, guys. No. That's how you play.
I have nothing left.
What?
I think.
Oh, none of your cards go together? Yeah, some of my cards right from the beginning go together. So it's like, I'm kind of like okay at the beginning right now.
So I gain an institute. I get to
wherever you take the card from is what you gain. So you would have to take this guy to gain to put something at the Institute. If you want to get this, then you would have to take her. If you want to get this, you have to take from Mars. And if you want to get the ship to go up, you have to take from Jupiter. So it's where you take from is where you get those things from.
But the problem is that gray ones need to put this for each copper.
That one wants to have copper and white on the board.
So if I have him in my hand and it has there is white and copper on here, that gives me points.
Yes.
5 points for each.
Yes, for each copper and white out there. Right now there's one white and no coppers. The first thing you want to figure out is who do you want to get rid of?
Yeah, that's what I can do.
Oh, you want to keep all of them?
I can't.
Well, no. Well, you can. You would have to do the scout action. Okay. You think you have a perfect hand now? You think all those cards go together? Well, that's you want to get rid of the cards that don't go together. Which ones don't work with that one?
In the Institute.
You want to just deploy it here?
Yeah.
All right. That goes there. No, it's...
I didn't take it.
Backwards. You want to take him to get it in the Institute.
Yes.
All right, then where do you want to put this one? Basically, you want to cover up cards that you necessarily don't need, is what you're trying to do. If you don't need the brown or don't need the red, then you cover that up. And then
I need them there.
Yeah, you put that one there. Yep. So what's the deploy? If you have more influence in the Institute than the player to your right, give them Hollow Heist, gain 2 cards of the deck. Yeah, so you wouldn't want to play that until you had more influence than me. So right now, it doesn't do anything for you because you don't have it. All right, and then you wanted to take that and put that there. All right. Yeah, that's the only thing is like, I mean, what do you do if you like all your cards?
How many colors are there?
13, I think. I think there's 13 colors total. Yeah, like I don't know what to do in these situations where like I have all the cards I need. Like at the beginning of the game, I can't say this is maximum points, but my cards already work well together. So it's like separating them now is like, what do I discard? I have one card I'm just going to kind of keep cycling through and discarding. I'll put that at the Institute. And I will take... I guess the janitor, and then that gets me 1 helium. Basically now I'm kind of drawing cards to use their abilities. Now you can have up to 7 cards. I'm only at 5, so I got to figure out how you're supposed to get other cards into your hand. Because when you draw, you don't put that in your hand. Well, no, when you draw, you do put that in your hand. Yeah, when you draw, you put that into your hand. And then you roll the die because you took a blind card not knowing if you wanted it. Like, it'd be different if Scout, right? If Scout allowed you to draw cards, it'd be different because then you could just draw.
So if I want, let's say red, I have to take this one again and leave it there. So I can take it next turn as long as you don't take it. Right?
Yeah, so if you want the red, then yeah, you would have to put your card somewhere else, take that, and then hope I leave the red on the follow-up turn.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or same thing here, you got it 2 down. Or you may have a card that allows you to directly take a card. Like I've got one that says take a blue, and then it ends my turn. I don't get to draw a card.
And for this ability...
Hey, Dave's Pocket Life.
Hola, David. For these abilities on the gray ones, like move a red or brown from any location under this card. Is that any, or it has
Any
to
location?
Be the one
No, to that card.
Top?
Any location, any red or any
red.
brown. Yeah. So if you put him under the Institute, you could move a red over to him under the Institute. Right? And then you would take him, and it would make, well, you can't take him on that turn. Right? The only I don't get to put the thing underneath of the other people. That doesn't make any sense to me because you'd have to dig for them and hope the other player doesn't put things on top of them to stop you.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to. I don't even have the colors I need.
You can do it. You'll have to. I'm probably on my next turn. Probably gonna do a blind draw because I don't want any of those cards that are out there. I think that's all you can do. If you don't want any of the cards out there, you have to just get rid of a card. Well, no, you have to play a card. So you have to play a card with an ability. So you kind of want to play cards that work with an ability, right? Even if it means you might be getting rid of a card that you could use. I think the more times you play this, the more times you learn what some of the good scoring items are. And then you know to just get rid of bad scoring items. Like, I got rid of her, and see, when I did that, I thought you were going to pick her up. I thought you were going to keep that and pick her up, because she's worth 28 points if she was with that violet.
So now I want her.
Well, where do you want to put him? On Justice? Alright. So it says, move a gray or yellow from any location under this card. You may gain that card if you do end your turn.
That's yellow.
There's no yellow out.
Isn't that yellow?
There's no
that's
gray.
Gold.
That's gold. So yeah, you can't even activate that one then.
So
okay.
I have to play a new one?
No.
Or just
No, it just doesn't deploy, do the activation of the deploy. So, and then if you want to take her, you can take her.
Him.
Oh, him? I don't know.
Right.
They. Well, that ruined what I was going to do.
Siento.
Because I don't want to get rid of these 4 cards. So... let's draw a card. And I roll the dice. X. So I can banish any card. Banished.
It's me violet that goes with the green.
See? That's why I did it. Alright, so back to you. Oh, hang on, you took the green, right?
See?
And you should have rolled the dice. So. Now that purple card would really help you. Lo siento. Purple card is banished to the Never Realm. Maybe there's a card that lets you bring a banished card back. I don't know.
Okay, so I going to play that here and get. I need to deploy that.
Yeah.
Move a red or brown from any location to under this card. You might gain that card.
If you do, it just ends your turn. Because you only get to draw one card. So basically that's why it's ending your turn. But because you end your turn, you don't get the benefit of Jupiter.
Oh, but okay.
So you move that to there, and then if you want that red card, you can take it now.
But I cannot take any other.
Correct, which, I mean, you're still only taking one card.
No.
Right. Janitor, and then you get one more to the Institute. Alright. What's the Justice guy do? I can't see him. Stupid lights. Opponent tries to take Sovereign Token from you. Okay. If you have the oh, that's at the end of the game. If you have the Sovereign Token. Alright. So I'm going to play this on top of a violet or pink. I'm going to play it on top of the pink here. If I do, I gain 1 helium. And then move that card to the top of another row. Oh, okay, I forgot to do that. What do I want? I'm doing pretty good with the helium. I think I'm gonna. Well, no, I'm putting her there. I don't want to cover up something I might want. Where's my current one? Oh, I wasn't even reading my grays right. Alright, so I'm going to put her... Jupiter. Don't want you to get that because you got the Sovereign Token. And then I'm going to take Ugly Dan. And that gets me... Mossidium. Mossidium. Do you guys know the book this is based on? I heard people prefer the game Fantasy Realms unless maybe you're a fan of the Red Rising books. Cover, do it. No, Lanniston, we actually haven't read the books. Like I said, this we mentioned at the beginning before you guys came in. This was actually provided to us by Stonemaier Games. We had a choice of this and a couple other ones, and this is what on the poll won. I think the reason people say they prefer Fantasy Realms over this is because it eliminates these extra mechanics. So it's just the set collection, right? So you're only worrying about the set collection. You don't have the extra powers, the player powers. You don't have the extra, bits that you're trying to collect that you can use for scoring. I did reach out to WizKids, or I'm going to reach out to them again and see, because they have the new Fantasy Realms Star Trek coming out, and I'd like to try that. Which one did you take?
Luna.
Where was he?
Luna.
He was in Luna? You've already got it, so you activate it again.
Hello.
So, that means you get to choose a card to banish.
Banish?
Yeah, banish. Adios. Hasta luego. Arrivederci. Auf Wiedersehen. That's where I have to... Ciao? Did I say ciao? Or Frances?
No, Italiano.
Italiano. Ciao.
This one.
Dante. Alright. So... So... What's this? Only with reds, pinks, brown. Wow, that's hard.
If it goes on red but not blue.
Yeah. Alright. So I'm going to put her, I'm going to put her, she's security. I'll put her there. And then all the grades are just moved from one location to another, and then they benefit from it. So it's so weird that the card they can move is the same card they benefit from. Right? I think what's the pink girl want? I'll take the pink girl, I think. And that moves me. Hey, I finally get to move up on the on the Jupiter track. All right, so that's your turn.
But how are we going to get more cards?
There's got to be something that has you draw cards or forces your opponent to take cards. I think he did that. Yeah. So this one here, if you had more influence, it made me draw 2 more cards from the deck. And then,
but so we're never going to get any more cards?
No. Not unless there's a card that makes you draw more cards. So, I mean, here's the thing, and I guess that's one of the things I remember Tom Vassell mentioned in his. Once he felt he had a hand that he liked, he felt like the game was over, and the only thing he could do was scout in place, and scout in place, and scout in place till the end of the game.
But I don't even have that. I don't have anything.
Then you just need to get rid of cards, and if there's no cards out here that you think you want, you're going to have to draw to get some fresh people out. Now, I did that once, and it helped me a little bit. Now I've got another card that I kind of don't want. Alright. If deployed directly on top of a violet or pink, which it is not, so that doesn't activate.
No, but you need red.
Okay.
I know you need red.
How do you know I need red?
Because you took the pink.
Well, it says...
Maybe you could.
It says pink or gold.
So I'm gonna take her. No, and I leave another red open.
Well, no, then you got Luna, so. But how do you know one of my other cards don't contradict that?
I don't know.
You know no. See, you know no. No. What's he do? Oh, by the way, you can look at you can look at the cards at any time. Ooh. I don't like him. He's better than the one I got. No, he's not better than the one I've got. I do like him though, it's kind of neat. Basically, you play him. His ability says you gain the person he needs if it's in that row. And then you get to gain him back.
Oh.
And then you end your turn. Like, oh, that's different. What's this blue one do? Basically, what the pink girl does, she takes the last card and brings it to the top.
That's useful.
Huh. Okay, I like that one. Okay, so I'm going to play her here, and then I'm going to bring Evictus to the top. Now again, I can't take Evictus, right? If it's gold or red, I could gain it. But because it's not gold or red, I can't gain that this turn because this is the place that I deployed to. I don't want that. No, I don't want that. Take this. And I'm going to roll the dice. And I get to banish somebody.
I know.
I'll banish the gardener. Oh no, I don't want to banish the gardener. Go back. I'll banish Justice. He's not doing much over there. Okay. Did you want him for something?
See, because of these.
Because of that. Well, you can use that too.
No, because you are ahead on the fleet track on Jupiter.
See, which is why you'd want to take it, so I can't do it, and then you have to find a way to get yourself ahead on Jupiter. Playing to Jupiter doesn't get you ahead on Jupiter. taking from Jupiter, but there's nothing in Jupiter.
I know, but they need this.
Okie dokie. And that gives you the sovereign token again. So roll. Oh, yeah, yours is roll the dice. Yep. So why are you rolling the dice? You didn't scout. It's because that's your ability.
Helium.
Helium. Oh, you're on the board with some helium. Oh, I already had Holiday. I don't like her. Holiday. I'll do Trig. So I'll put her in, that works. I'll put her there. Cover that one. And then I get to take a card. I don't like any of those cards. This one. Roll the dice. I get to take the sovereign token. So the sovereign token basically allows me to scout. So I get to place the top card on any stack. Holiday. All right. Back to you. What's this new guy do? That's different.
Wait, I didn't advance. I didn't advance in Jupiter.
No, you placed in Jupiter.
Take.
Yeah, you didn't take from Jupiter. You just placed in Jupiter. So. Aha. What's Aha do? Choose an opponent. They banish one of their cards, then banish Aha. So I'm the only opponent. So I have to banish one of my cards.
And then banish Aha.
And then banish Aha. Okay. I don't like you anymore. I'm down to 4 cards. How do you draw more cards? Like, we have nothing lets us draw cards. What's the Howlers do again? Oh, I needed this. When an opponent tries to steal or banish your cards, reveal it to block them. Kinda can't do that now. Oh, I don't want to get rid of these cards. Okay. No, that's fine. I'll have to work around it. So I'm going to put this... here, and I'm going to take Trig, and Trig is on helium. The option was I can move a red or brown from any location to under this card. Oh, I forgot to move a red or brown. Move Harmony. Yeah, so it's very possible to dig. It is very possible to dig. You think about it. Remember, I was saying, oh, you know, trying to get this gold would be hard. He's like the bottom card now.
You know, all the climate change.
And this, well, and then this, well, and then this card, like her, she allows you to take the gold card, right? So you can combo those off of each other. No Corey draws. Yeah, I don't know. There's no. It doesn't let you draw anything.
It says if
deployed to Luna, reveal the top 2 cards of the deck and place them under this card in any order.
Yeah, me, I won.
Yeah. Well, no, you get to. So yeah, do the top, but take both of them because you have to choose the order that you want to put them underneath of her. basically, again, it's you're trying to dig for a card for some reason.
Why? That red one.
What's the red one do? Gain any other non-gold from this location. Banish Darrow unless you deployed him on a gold.
No, but the other points.
If you have 7 or more cards, including Darrow, 30 points. So this is one of those times where, yeah, if you have all 7 or more. So the 30 points would outweigh the -10 that you get for having more than 7 cards. So which order did you want them in?
One said.
Deploy to Jupiter, reveal the top 2 cards of the deck, place them same as her. I think all the green ones.
Like that.
Like that. I think all the green ones are the same. I think they basically just allow you to draw more cards. But I think that's what we have to do is we have to get through to the other green ones. Alright, and then now you get to draw a card. Wow.
So draw a card from here?
Well, or take one of the cards if you.
Oh, okay.
If it's one of those that you want.
So I place that one.
You place that one. Mm-hmm.
Pass. I pass.
You can't pass. Then you have to draw from the top. If you don't want any of those 4, then yeah, you have to draw from the top, and then roll the dice so you can get your bonus. So helium. I'm basically just playing. I'm playing circles now. Is what I'm doing. Man. So, that there. So, well, no, hang on. I don't want to do that. Dang it. Yeah, that's what we have to do. That's not what I want to do. Oh, no, I don't have to do that. Put him here. And then move gray underneath of him. The linen finish, I say linen finish is nice for shuffling. Linen finish is not nice for sitting cards on top of linen finish because they they get to do this jobby. They repel each other. All right, so I do that, which gives me my second one at the institution. Welcome to the institution. Enjoy your stay. I'm playing round robin now.
But I need to play. No! No, 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 no.
I have to figure out how to draw more cards. I can't play with 4 cards. This is just not doable. I have to deploy directly on top of green, which it was. Move that card to the top of another location, advanced 1 on the fleet track. So you get to move this to another location. You get to use the little thing we bought. So we bought Audrey a stick. If you guys have seen some of our other gameplays, reaching really far sometimes is not very easy. And then where do you want to move her? You won't want to make sure you don't put her where. Make sure you don't put her where you're going to try to take a card from.
No, in the institute.
All right, and now you get to take your card.
This is so difficult. Worse.
1 helium. And you just ruined my plan. Well, not really. in some degree. Stick. Yeah, for oddity. Oddity stick. Yeah, I'm playing Ring Around the Rosie here because I have no idea how to get more cards. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, I'm not having fun. I'm not enjoying this at all. So I took from Mars. So I'm at 5 helium. But I'm only at 2 and 1. I don't know how long this game's supposed to actually take.
45 to 60 minutes.
Yeah, we've already hit the 45-minute mark. Either we're doing something wrong, or we're thinking about this way too much.
You have already 6 helium.
Yeah, but we need, in order for the game to be over,
you need 7.
I need 7 of that plus 7 of another thing. Or in a multiple player game, you need 7 and 7.
All 3 of these conditions are
met in a multiplayer game.
Or any 2 conditions are
met by one person. Yeah. I don't know if we're just overthinking it or what. I don't know if we're supposed to be drawing from that stack more than we are.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I really don't know.
But I'm stuck.
The problem is I like what I have, so I've not wanted to get rid of any of it this entire game. I'm almost gonna have to do it just because I need to see more cards.
Which is the one that lets me draw? This one, right?
That one, no. That one allows you to move the card to the top.
And the green ones are...
She got covered up. They're both covered up. Alright, so you take the token and then roll your dice. Get you one of us. Alright, I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna play this somewhere. I don't care where, just so I can draw another card. And then I get to Scout, which is reveal the top card. For each gold at the Institute, place 1 influence token here. Or place 1 influence token there. 3 for each of your influence tokens on the Institute. That gives you points if you have things at the Institute. Alright, so back to you.
For each gold at the Institute, place 1 influence. Yeah. Deployed.
Alright, so deployed on top of the green, and yellow, or blue, move that card to the top of another deck. And then if you do, advance on the fleet track. Did you remember, you advanced on the fleet track last time, right? Yeah, because you got your usual thing to advance.
Yeah.
Right, and then advance on the fleet track. So cute. Alright. Alright. Then take a card. Well,
no.
Where? Yeah, I mean, you can draw or you can take from a pile if you want one of these. Well, one of those 3.
No.
You take the one you just moved.
I just saw that.
Okay. Alright. So I'm going to place the Seer out. It says if I have the Sovereign token, which I don't, so I don't activate my deploy. I'm going to take Ugly Dan back for now and add 1 to the Institute. Alright, back to you.
No, I also think that I already have one.
Well, you can do a scout instead of a lead. You do a scout, you just draw a card and place it on a location.
See, scout.
Okay, so draw a card and place it on a location.
Really?
Well, no, you place it on a location. I mean, yeah, if you want to use it, if you need it, you might.
I needed
wow,
it.
minus 30? If you don't have either the sovereign token or Lysander. Wow.
I needed her for another, for her, him. No,
you need it. Yeah, I need it. Yeah, if with Octavia. Yeah. Yeah, so this is where elements of the book come in, is that if you read the book, you'll know the relationship of why Octavia needs to be with Aja, or Aja. In Espanol, J is Ha. Right, so yeah, so that was your scout, and then draw, roll the dice. So you get to do another scout action.
This will be neat.
Well, I don't know if you need it or not. Maybe I need it. Maybe it's better than what I've got.
So I place it.
Wherever you want. Yep.
You
don't do the deploy action. It's just
no, but it says Quicksilver. Isn't that an Avenger? Or an X-Men?
An Avenger or an X-Men? Both. Yeah, pink or Quicksilver. Yeah.
Okay.
Cover up Octavia. Although Octavia doesn't. Problem with Octavia is getting it so you don't lose the points, meaning you have to keep the sovereign token at the end of the game. Yeah, wow, that's... I'm gonna play that, do hollow, that. Alright, back to you. I don't like Harley or Harmony. Harmony. A player of your choice loses 1 helium when you deploy her. I don't like her. What did Mateo do? Put Mateo out. Move any other card from this location to the top of another location. If it's pink, place 1 influence token. Oh, that's actually kind of nice. I probably should have picked that one up instead of the one I did. Probably should have.
If with only red, pink, brown.
That's the hard part.
And or obsidian.
Yeah, so that one that's all you can have in your hand to get that 33 points. You have to place a card first. Didn't want to get cards last time, but if none of these cards are better than the ones you've got, then you're going to be doing the seek action again.
Yeah, that's if I...
Played to Jupiter. So you don't want to add the, you don't want to put it on Jupiter to get the extra cards? I mean, that's what it is. You place it to Jupiter and you draw 2 cards to put under it. Same as you did with the one that I just took. That's why I thought you put it over there.
Reveal the top.
Yeah, draw 2 cards, and put them back under him in any order. No, it just doesn't matter what order it is then. You know, if you're not going to draw either one of them, you don't think I need either one of them.
So I place them up?
Underneath them in any order. Alright. And then take a card. Well, no. Well, take a card or take a card. You always, when I say take a card, you always go to draw a card.
But I don't...
If you don't like any of them, then
no,
yes.
I need him.
You can't take the card you placed.
Oh no.
No.
Because I need to move that there.
No.
If you have the sovereign, if you.
Yeah, which you have the sovereign
Pero
token. So basically, if you were to play her, you get to do a seek action. But again, that means that you could place this card and then immediately draw the card if you wanted to, because you're not deploying that card when you play her. I played her, I didn't have the sovereign token, so I couldn't take advantage of that.
Okay, I am going to draw a new one.
Okay, roll. Roll for bonus. And 1, 2, 2, so that puts you at 5. Alright, and put Hollow Designer there. Huh, that's not very good either. Yeah, this guy doesn't like Cassius, Thomas, or Octavia. Therefore, for his bench cards. Well, that ain't helping anybody. Alright. He wanted if you had 4 or fewer cards. Now, he's worth 25 points. He's actually worth quite a bit. Oh, now I have to draw a card. Alright, your turn.
Okay, I'm taking him now.
You can't take. You have to place first. You have to put a card down first. You can't take.
I don't understand her. Her points.
It's end of game. At the end of game, any number of these banished cards, Victra, Severo, Fitchner, and any reds, you gain. Okay, if any of these are banished at the end of the game, you get them. You add them to your hand. So if Victra, Servo, Fitchner, or any red card is in this banished pile, then you gain them at the end of the game. So it adds more cards to your hand at the end of the game, so you can possibly get more points. So for example, say you're trying to work on something that got you reds, like got you points from reds, then she would be useful, and then you'd want to work on trying to banish reds so you could put them into your hand to get them at the end of the game. Now, of course, it could put you over your 7, but... Alright. Now you can take it.
Now I can take him and move me to this.
You really want to do Jupiter now because you can use your thing. Although your ship's getting all turned around. It doesn't know where it's going. Mucho cerveza. Don't drink and drive. Okay. Dang it. This is... I'm doing a seek action. I'm getting tired of rotating my cards. Wow. 29 points. You have the most helium or tied. Reporter. If you have more helium than the player to your right, give them the reporter. Gain the top 2 cards of the deck. Oh, okay. So purple is gain cards from the deck. Because that was what this other one did too.
Oh, yes. And that was like the first one.
Okay. So purple allows you to gain cards. Okay. Right there. Oh no, I did a seek action. Or scout, right? Yeah. Oh, you gain the location bonus on a scout. When we did the scout, I had you roll the dice, didn't I?
I'm not even supposed to.
You were supposed to gain where you placed it. Oopsie. I don't know how much that would impact our game the way it's going right now, so we'll just keep going. We will keep going. Alright, your turn.
Darrow is a person.
Oh, you're trying to figure out who you want? Or... That's the problem. It's a double thing, right? And that's where like Lanniston was asking about this between this and Fantasy Realms. With Fantasy Realms, you don't have to worry about where you're putting the card. You don't have to worry about what benefit you're getting from taking a card. You can be like, oh, I want that card. That's what I'm going to take, right? That's the difference between this and Fantasy Realms. With this, you have to think, well, I want that card, but do I want that benefit too?
Yeah.
Right? Or not? What am I trying to go for? Because you need 2 more influence, and you need 4 more on the fleet track.
Okay.
And you need 3 more.
To move on the
healing.
fleet track.
Well, you gotta place a card first.
I want to lose you.
Why, are you using him for the points? Don't tell me that. Don't give me that answer.
I don't want to lose him, okay?
I know, you like him. Okay.
Because he's doing something to another guy. I have not
He's
noticed
putting in cerebral programming. She's a programmer. They're like hackers, so I guess he's programming a robot or something.
No, I moved my
Yeah,
ship.
move your ship. Get your thingammy. Alright, so I'm going to put him here.
Of course.
Of course, because I want the reporter. That gives me 1 more at the Institute, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5, so I'm at 6 at the Institute. Uno más at the Institute. Alright, back to you.
Wow.
I forget what she did.
It says banish EV and all cards at this location. For each card banished, place 1 influence token on the institute.
Oh.
Maximum 3.
Well, there's 1 gold there. Yeah, if you put her there, that gets rid of 2. Wow. Yeah. So you put her there, you banish that whole thing. Right?
Yes, and I put 2.
Yep. Alright. Yeah, place 1 in. Yeah, banish every EV and all cards. Yep. Wow. That puts you at 5. That puts you at 7. Right? Yeah, so you got 7. I mean, you can put more than 7. 7 is just a signifier of in-game scenario. But you can put more than that. Alright. And then draw whoever you want. Or draw another card. This one does the same thing. Draw 2 cards.
That is not what I wanted.
That's simple.
Not good.
But you know what card I'm going to play next.
No.
What card did I just pick up? Picked up that purple one that said if I have the most helium, I get something, and then I have to give you a purple card.
Ignore.
Right. So I'm going to play this to Jupiter. Since there's nothing there. It seems kind of lonely over there. And then I'm going to take, so right there, if you have more helium than the player to your right, which would be you, give them the reporter. So you get the reporter. Gain 2 cards from the deck. And in my turn.
But you didn't have more helium.
2, 4, 5. Oh, because you just picked up a helium.
See? With
Well, then I don't want to play him yet then. Although now I saw what these few cards were. Right. Put them back. Fine. I don't want to play these cards either. I have to play him. I was going to play him to get that advantage. Because you just got that on that turn when I was going to do that. I forgot about that. I don't know. I don't want to get rid of these two people. Alright. I'm going to do a scout action instead then. Since I already saw what this card was, it really doesn't. Go top card of the deck, place it somewhere. I'm going to place it here because I need more helium than you. Okay, now it's your turn.
Yeah,
hey,
because I need
Dad,
more
how you doing,
helium than you. Hello.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Oh, wait a minute. He would need Redford to translate that one. Redford habla español.
Who?
Redford. Elmo's cousin. I guess he's Elmo's cousin. I guess he's his Hispanic cousin. You've seen the videos on Instagram.
Ah!
The Muppet.
Sí.
See, okay. It's getting late, and this game is burning Oddity's brain. Alright, to Jupiter. Like that guy?
No, but
I mean, yeah, that's how you have to dig. You have to take the cards you don't want to be able to dig for the cards you do want. Alright. And then you get, stop taking helium! You're impeding my progress in this game. That's the game. Yes, Redford is a puppet of many languages. So is Audrey, but not a puppet.
I was gonna say, am I a puppet?
Well, it doesn't matter what I want to do with that one.
I wish it was many languages, like...
Can you please take that one instead of that one? Because the problem is we're going to keep this act up. So I got 2, 4, 5, 6. So there's 7 helium. I only have 6 there. And I only have 1 there. So we have one more. One of us gets to 7 of something, and it's endgame. So if you pick up a helium, you're going to trigger endgame. If you take that Mars card, you're going to trigger endgame, and we're going to score with what we have right now. Which means my score is going to be very bad now.
Mine too, because I don't have him.
It would have blew. Problem is, I got rid of a card to grab that purple, and I didn't realize that you had picked up the. I didn't realize you had picked up a helium. I should have just let you take that card to stop you from keep trying to go after that thing. I mean, he's only he has 26 points. All right, well, let's figure out scoring, and I don't think it's going to be very good on any case. Because I only had 4 cards. I lost a card and was never able to get my cards back. That's the other reason I got him, was so I could get my cards back. I have 3
cards to score, not even 4. This does not work.
Oh no, you should have 5. What happened to your 5th card? Where'd your 5th card go?
I don't know.
I never made you discard a card.
I played him.
And then you took
him.
Here. No, you took this one. Correct. At some point, you forgot to draw a card.
I didn't think.
You had to have. I'm down to 4 because you made me banish one of my cards. At some point, you forgot to draw a card. There, you got an extra card. You should have 5 cards. You at no time did I make you get rid of a card. So at some point you placed a card and didn't draw a card. I don't know when. Couldn't tell you.
Always drawing.
We're currently looking at 4 or 5 cards, so I'm gonna go with no. Was it after Eevee when you played Eevee and you?
Value.
Huh?
Is it the core value?
Yeah. All right. So the first thing is the end of game effects. Do you have any? You have one end of game effect right on your orange. So an orange can be any other specific character. So in my case, my orange is going to be Pax. He's going to be Pax. There's no point in him being anybody else. Right, so no point in him being anybody else because I don't need him. No, that isn't the one you should have. It's probably somewhere close to that, but I wouldn't even be able to tell you which one it was. And to make it fair, I don't know which one to give you. Right? Like I don't know what you would have drawn on turn to replace a card. I really don't.
Okay.
We have to go back and watch the whole video to figure it out. Just don't call him a puppet to his face. I said Muppet. Muppet. Team Audrey. As far as we're all concerned, Audrey's team 1. All right, so get no points for that. Hang on, we gotta put an A for Audrey, a W for Will. All right, cards VP plus abilities. All right, so you add up what's on the top, and then whatever abilities you get. So probably need to pull out your phone and get a calculator. Calculator. All right. All right. Then I get. You have 7 helium, right? I have 7, so we're tied.
So adding all these?
Yeah. Add the top, and then add your bonuses on the bottom. And then a good score, I'm going to tell you, a good score, it's considered 300. That's what they say is a good score, is 300. And then you add for the bottom.
I did this.
Yeah. So you added both those. You added all your tops and all your bottoms. Wow, she's hard.
Yeah.
So you need to have at least core value. So every card would have to have a core value of 20. Although that's easy to probably aim for. Like if I knew that was a goal, it's like, okay, 25, 20. It's like you would just look for those cards. So you got 130. It's still more than me. All right. And then you get the points based on your fleet track. So you have 10. I have 1. 3 VP for each of those. So 21, 21. 10 VP because you have the sovereign token. 4 for the person that has the most up here, which I think is you. 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, 7. You get 4. I get 2. Minus 1 VP for over cards. We didn't have that. So yeah, you won. There's not even really a point to add up the points. You want to know what you got though? We're going to add up the points. I have a calculator here. Why am I not using it? Because I'm used to it being the camera. That's why. 08, 1, 21, 2. So I only got 132. I got, with my total score, I only got 2 more points than you did total. And you were worried about getting that one guy back.
Because if I had him with blue, he was 26 points.
But you didn't need that 26 points. All right, so there we go. So Audrey 175, Will 132. You getting rid of that one card for me really hurt me early.
Which one card?
Just making me discard a card, because you made me discard a card so early in the game that I was basically doing a recycle action. What I was recycling, and you probably, I don't know if you ever noticed, I was recycling my grays. The reason I was recycling my grays is he gave me 17 points if it was with a gray. So I basically had these 3 in my hand, and I just kept recycling grays. And then I was going to do the same thing. I was going to put the purple out to draw 2 more cards and hopefully get my gray back with one of those 2 cards that I drew. Although, I mean, he still scored me a lot. Or she. They scored me a lot. Some of them you really can't tell. Like, some of you can. Like, these, well, no. No, they're all they. Okay. The whole civilization is they, because I have no clue what they are. But there you go, guys. That was our first gameplay. We were going to play with the Automa, the robot player that plays against you. But we figured we better play it once without that to see how it goes. If you guys want to see more gameplay, let us know. About to record a review for this. Grid refresher watching it. Yeah, it's different. And Lanniston early in the stream asked about this between that and Fantasy Realms. And we haven't played Fantasy Realms. So we might reach out to WizKids and see about the new Star Trek one that's coming out, because I'm a big Trekkie. My dad brought me up on Trek. But I can see the differences. One is just cards, playing cards, taking cards to improve your hand. This one has a lot of these extra little point mechanics. And if you think about it, you got 10 points from the ship alone, right? Having the most up there, you got 4, I only got 2. So these little extras can kind of really help things out, especially if you're not able to build out your hand, I guess, the way you want. The only thing that we struggled with is the draw cards. The draw cards are the purple ones. In the whole game, we only saw 2 purples, and I already got rid of one of them real quick, and then we banished it. It was like the card that we banished for whatever reason. So it was like, oh, there went our draw support. But yeah, fun, different. Okay, so not saying fun. I will say earlier, I already said I wasn't having fun because all I could do was the seek action if I didn't want to get rid of my matching cards. I do wish there was some other way to draw cards. Yeah. And I'm not sure how many violets. There's another one. So it's. There's all of our violets are down here at the bottom. Yeah,
but still, we didn't draw.
There's another
much.
Violet. Well, no, I mean, look, we wouldn't even gotten to this guy, and then the other 2 violets are There's all of our violets. There are 4 violets at the bottom. But yeah, her banishing that one card from me really hurt early on. Like at that point, I wasn't having fun. I think that's something Tom Bassel mentioned about losing a card that makes your set was one thing he didn't like, and the other thing he didn't like was very similarly. Once you have the hand that you want, you basically just want the game to be over. So all you're going to be doing is draw a card, roll a dice, hope you can get to 7 of an item. Draw a card, roll a dice, hope you can get to 7 of something.
Yes.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. There's no roll of dice. That's where we screwed up. Draw a card, place it here, get to 7. Draw a card, place it here, get to 7. It's, that's all you can do. But it was different. I think we will try it again with the Automa next year. We wanted to get this out since it was provided to us by Stonemaier Games. We want to make sure to get this up before Adri goes on vacación. ¿Es correcto? Es Willish.
Vacaciones.
Vacaciones. Plural. Because a vacation is plural, but you're only taking one of them.
But vacaciones is... I don't know, because it's many days. I don't know.
Many days, okay. Because the vacation is many days versus just one day off. Because otherwise it'd be dia off.
Dia libre.
Libre. Dia libre. I think it plays better at higher player counts for that very reason. You see more cards. And I think that's why we want to try the Automa, because the Automa does cycle through the deck too, right? It acts as a 3rd player. So I think that helps get a lot of the cards out of there. And that's one of the things that we're going to do next year is when we have our first impressions. That's going to be one of the things is, does this play well at 2? And do we think it would play better at a higher player count? And I think this is one of those things. You're not getting through that deck quick enough. Like that was the thing we were saying. It's like we're not getting new cards. We're just dealing with the cards that were here.
Yeah,
right?
We stayed with the same cards for too long.
Pretty much. I mean, Judge has been out there since the beginning.
Uh-huh.
Karnus is out there since the beginning.
That one too.
Jopper was. Dancer was. One of the grays, because the other gray was in my hand. Yeah, I think these were new.
Was using one gray or two
to just keep recycling too. Yeah. Right. All right, guys, we have rambled enough. We are going to end this in some fashion like we normally do. If you guys have made it this far in the video, of course, make sure you do all those things that YouTube wants you to do. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell notification to know when we go live on the next stream. All that YouTube stuff, right? Adri says adios. I say peace.